Hello everybody, we are wrapping up the first full day of Tape Week 2025 here in Rosemont, Illinois. My name is Adam Robertson, PSTC's Marketing Director, and I'm sitting on this comfy couch with Jim Seitz from Mask Off. Jim, thanks for the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So Mask Off is a brand new member company of PSTC, and Jim, what I want to ask you is, what was the inspiration behind Mask Off joining PSTC as a member?
Yeah, our company is going on its 75th year, and previously it was sort of not really discovered as to what the value of PSTC would be for us.
Okay.
As I sort of researched it, I thought this would be a beneficial thing to look into, especially with all the other tape manufacturers being here. Collaboration with other manufacturers is always a good thing. Knowledge about, the industry and trends and that kind of stuff are always a good thing.
Yeah, and and when we gather for Tape Week, of course, as I assume you've seen already, it's really a great connection of everyone being here. We talk about shared challenges. It's a really great place to be here with your company and of course your team. Let's talk about Mask Off. So a little bit of background on your company, where you kind of fit in the supply chain of pressure-sensitive adhesives.
Sure. Yeah, we originally started in 1950. One of our original customers was Lockheed Martin.
Oh, great.
So we have always kind of evolved in the aerospace, defense, aviation industries, and evolving into other industries, but still one of our primary markets where our reputation has been solidified is in defense, aviation, and aerospace.
And if we kind of zoom out a little bit and talk about, from your perspective, a lot of things that we're talking about this week at Tape Week, what are some of the trends that we're seeing, some of the common challenges that you're facing that you see being shared with other companies?
Yeah, I think that going back to 2020 or 2021, obviously supply chain, especially involving any components with adhesives, resins, with all components that are heavily involved in our industry. And then kind of coming out of that, there starts to be new supply chain issues, and now we're seeing some of the things with the tariffs.
Right.
I do think that we're looking at just, it feels like the chess pieces are always moving.
Right.
So I think the biggest challenge that we have in the industry is knowing how to move our chess pieces at the right time and to the right location. Because if you don't, you can find yourself in a world of hurt.
I was talking to our president yesterday, and we were talking about what's the playbook. Now that we have all the things that are happening this year, and we've had disruptions this past couple of years, what does that playbook look like? And that's some of the things that we're talking about here at Tape Week, kind of looking at those challenges and how can we solve them together as an industry. So now that you're at Tape Week, we're halfway through. But what's your takeaways from the first full day, and what are you seeing?
A lot of really good interaction. Not to beat the tariff thing to death, but I'm sort of seeing the common ground is uncertainty and a little bit of fear, which it's always nice to know you're not alone in those challenges.
Right.
But it's nice to collaborate with other people that are in the same industry. Today, for example, Alex's presentation was about the tariffs and everything, and the market analysis was extremely helpful to us. You saw a lot of people kind of calm down, after that presentation. So I think collaboration is the most important thing for us. And it's always fun to kind of see people that typically compete with each other on a regular basis have a healthy conversation amongst each other.
Right, we've said before, when we have this gathering of our trade association, it's almost like you take your competitor hat off, right? Because you get to sit in the same room for a second, you get to talk about those shared challenges.
Absolutely.
Well, Jim, thank you for the time, and of course, welcome to Tape Week and welcome to PSTC.
Thanks, appreciate it.